Aloha, boys and girls. It's the great here. The greatest of all time. Clementine, blow your mind, one of a kind. It never gets old. Go to sports travel on a sports travel day, which is almost every day. But right now it's playtime, and all the Tajiks are looking at me going, "Ooh, what's up with this crazy white ass cracker?" So this is the Museum of Great Writers in Tajikistan. If you know anything about me, besides the fact I'm the first thing there was, is now never will be, even with the bad sunburns and dry skin, I'm a writer. Paperback writer. No, not that kind of writer. Sports writer. Occasionally. And then I got my own business. And I put my money in real estate. That's what funds my trips. Thank you, tennis, for paying your rent. Because if you didn't, I'd kick your ass to the street. So boys and girls, speaking of the street, that's the noise you hear in here. I'm in one of the main drags of Dushanbe, which is the capital of Tajikistan. Now, Tajikistan is in Central Asia, boys and girls. For those of you geographically impaired, Asia's a continent. Now, this used to be a state in the former, give it to me, Paul McCartney, former USSR. Now, how lucky you are to be in the USSR. And then it crumbled. Came down the Berlin Wall. So in 1991, Tajikistan declared its independence. And next year, when the United States, it is currently 1 September 2025 as I shoot this here video. Next year, which will be 2026, for those of you yearly impaired, I sound impaired right now. Tajikistan will celebrate its 35th anniversary next year in 1991, as will Uzbekistan. So this is the wall, excusez-moi, of great writers here in Tajikistan. And so I admire it because I like a good writer. Now you see behind me a facade with a bunch of great writers. Now boys and girls, if there was a facade for the GOAT of sports travel, the greatest of all time sports traveler, you know, in the USA we got our Mount Rushmore, Roosevelt, Washington, Lincoln, Jefferson, but imagine if we had a Mount Rushmore sports travel, you know, kind of like the GOAT of sport, you know, American football, Tom Brady. Football, Americans, that would be soccer. I say Pele. Some say Messi, some say Ronaldo, some say Maradona. But when it comes to the GOAT of sports travel, I get every single facade. Ain't nobody like me. How many people you know seen sports on 6 continents, 8 different sports? We talking go football, Americans, that'd be soccer. We talking baseball, we talking basketball, we talking horse racing, aquatic sports, racket sports, cricket, that's the ticket, and volleyball. And the last 2, cricket and volleyball, I did just last month on this here trip. So boys and girls, there's a lot of people on the street. The Tajik women here, they dress very interestingly. In fact, they're all checking me out like, this handsome looking white boy from America. And they got this look on their face like, what is this crazy white ass cracker doing? And in interest of their privacy, because I wouldn't want nobody taking a video of me or pictures of me without my permission, so I'm going to do the same, because I do not know any Tajik. And also Russian is spoken here. I know only one word in Russian. Begins with N, ends with a T, and has Y and E in the middle. Yes, which is no. I don't know any Russian, even though I've been to Russia. I never said I was the smartest. So boys and girls, I'm going to pick up the tripod and show you what the dictator of Tajikistan looked like, because he's actually a handsome man. I got to give it to him, brother. He's on probably, at this point, I've lost count of how many buildings this picture's on. At this point, I would say here in the capital, he's probably at least a half a dozen to a dozen. Closer to a dozen than half a dozen. I've seen him on at least a half a dozen. Behind me is just a street. I'll do a quick sweep for you. And that's pretty much it. Then we'll go check out another couple of landmarks before the football match is plural tonight. So here we go. guys, you may have seen me zooming in. That's the dictator. That's the president of Tajikistan. He's a pretty handsome dude, don't you think? And then you saw the sweep I just did. He ain't missing much. Just a typical city. I guess the only ride share they got here in this here town is Jura. J-U-R-A. Now I got a little problem. I ain't got no DATA. I ain't got no data. And I'm only here for like 48 hours, so what's the point, in my opinion? I've walked the whole day from my hotel. Everything here is pretty easy to get around. And we've been to every country in the world except for 18. I only got 18 left as of today. 1 September 2025. You just have the instinct. You know where to go. I am the greatest of all time. So boys and girls, hope you enjoyed the show. Excuse me, I need some water, and now I got to go.